ahead and get started off with a look at some of the roadway conditions that you'd be expecting to see as you get your day started. And right now we are looking at some wet roadways here across the heartland. We'll find more rain on the roads in parts of northeast Missouri compared to southeast Iowa, just because as the system has lifted up out from the southwest, northeast Missouri has seen a longer period of rainfall compared to southeast Iowa. But we're also looking at, especially out here near Albia, Centerville, and even down towards Unionville, a threat for a quick changeover into a wintry mix, maybe even a little light snow early this morning. As we go over the last few hours, we've seen predominantly liquid rainfall, but there's been some colder air working its way down into parts of southeast Iowa. And on our latest radar here image, we're getting a little bit of a wintry mix showing up there, but that's also upper portions of the atmosphere, whereas as we get closer and closer to the surface, there is some dry air near the surface that is going to keep a lot of this initial precipitation at bay, but will saturate the atmosphere in the next few hours, and then look for just rain throughout today's forecast. And as temperatures work their way into the upper 30s and low 40s here for the afternoon hours, we'll look at generally a seasonal forecast with those temperatures very much in line with a normal one for this time of year. Now, as we get into the overnight hours, we're looking for temperatures to drop down and then eventually cool off enough that we'll look for that precipitation changeover into snow here overnight tonight. And then staying on the windy side through those overnight hours, we'll be looking at contributions to blowing snow impacts as well as reductions in visibility here overnight and then into early Tuesday morning. So make sure as you're getting your day started tomorrow, you're aware that you will look for some accumulations already on the roadways as well as reductions in visibility thanks to those strong winds blowing the snow around. So over the next few hours, we'll continue to see this light to moderate rain over the heartland, even a couple threats, especially down towards the I-70 corridor, where you could be looking at and hearing a couple rumbles of thunder later on during the day today. So really looking at a very energetic atmosphere, but we'll see a little bit quick break in the action here for the early evening hours, right around the time you are heading home from work. Not ruling out maybe a light drizzle still out there as you're heading home, but still looking at most of this precipitation already pushing off to the east of the Mississippi River. But then all eyes should be out here to the west, because the cold air that's going to dip down from the northwest is going to interact with this remaining moisture, and we'll start to see that changeover into snow occurring just before midnight tonight and then continuing throughout the overnight hours. And then by the time we are waking up tomorrow morning, could be looking at already, like I said, accumulations on roadways, blowing snow hazards, reductions in visibility because of it. So make sure you are ready for a rather tricky commute to work on Tuesday morning, and then continuing to see the snow just piling on for the rest of the day. A quick chance for a changeover back to liquid-like precipitation, more so in line with areas south of the heartland, but not ruling it out along Highway 36 for maybe like an hour here during Tuesday afternoon. Otherwise, snow just continues to build on in for Tuesday night into early on Wednesday. Rainfall amounts generally looking at a ½ inch or less here across the heartland, and then snowfall could be looking at possibilities of 5+ inches, especially out here near the Iowa, Missouri, and Illinois border region, that triple point where all three states intersect. But just a couple temperature changes could have an impact on accumulations, so make sure to be aware of all of our updates coming up here as we continue with the forecast. But let's go ahead and send it back over to Ella.